In this presentation, we will be learning the process of transpiration in plants. By definition, transpiration is the process of water movement through a plant and its evaporation from the aerial parts, especially from the leaves. Plants require water for the process of photosynthesis. In fact, water molecule is one of the two main constituents for the process of photosynthesis, the other being the carbon-containing carbon dioxide. Water enters the roots of the plant, and through capillary action and through the other properties of water, for example adhesive and cohesive forces, water moves through the vascular bundle of a plant and reaches the leaves of the plant, where most of the water leaves the plant, almost 90 to 95%, whereas the remaining 5% or so is utilized by the plant for the process of photosynthesis. Transpiration is a non-stop process, and it enables the plant to get rid of the water that is not going to be used by the plant in the process of photosynthesis. There are three different types of transpiration in plants. Cuticular, when the transpiration takes place through the cuticle. Lenticular transpiration, when the transpiration takes place through the lenticels of the stem or branches. And stomatal, when the transpiration takes place through the stomata of the plant leaves. In cuticular transpiration, water is evaporated through the waxy layer that is produced by the epidermis layer of the leaf. Cuticle consists of lipid and hydrocarbon polymers impregnated with wax. So cuticle is the outer layer that is present on the epidermis cells of a leaf. So if water is evaporating through this layer, cuticle, that kind of transpiration is called cuticular transpiration. In the same way, if water is being evaporated by the plant through the lenticels that are present in the stem or in the branches, as you can see in the picture here, this is a lenticle in perhaps one of the branches of the plant. So this kind of transpiration will be lenticular transpiration. If you don't know what a lenticle looks like or what a lenticle is, please check out one of our previous lectures in which we have talked about lenticels that are present in different plants. The third type of transpiration that takes place in plants, and which is more common as well, is called stomatal transpiration. This is the kind of transpiration in which water leaves the plant or the plant leaves through stomata. If you don't know what stomata mean, please go back and check out one of our lectures in which we have talked about stomata in detail. A lot of the stomata are present on the underside of the leaf. A stoma, pool stomata, is basically the name of this pore, which is guarded or which is protected by the two guard cells that you see on the edges of the stoma. Transpiration is very important for plants. Transpiration allows the carbon dioxide to enter the stomata of the plant, which is important for the process of photosynthesis. So when the stomata open up in order to let water evaporate, carbon dioxide enters the stomata through the process of photosynthesis, which is utilized by the plant for photosynthesis. Also, when transpiration takes place, it cools off the plant, because when water evaporates, it has a cooling effect, because the molecules that are leaving or that are escaping take away a lot of the heat with them, leaving the surface from where they're evaporating cool. Also, since transpiration is a non-stop process, plants absorb a lot of the nutrients from the soil as water enters the root through root hair and all the other roots. Those minerals are important because plants don't have the ability to get those minerals through any other process. For example, photosynthesis only produces carbohydrates. So in order to get minerals like phosphates, etc., nitrates, it's only through the process of transpiration that the plants absorb those minerals along with the water. Here is a little experiment that you can perform at home. Just find a plant for yourself and enclose it in a plastic bag for a couple of hours and see how much water accumulates inside the bag. All that water has been accumulated because the transpiration was taking place and the water was supposed to leave the plant, but we just trapped it inside the bag. So this is a proof that water is evaporating from the plant, and this process is called transpiration. So this is it for this lecture. Thank you very much. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments.